Hello everyone. My name is Chiranjeevi Mriza and my team member Mriza. Are you right? Uh, Today our group will explore Kevin Kelly's ideas from the inevitable focusing on flowing, screening, and accessing paths. So we're going to explore about how we will connect these concepts to the real world examples by what technologies we are implementing and examine their impact and on the current individuals and across the world, how the industries are impacting and these these are impacting the current society. We'll explain. We'll go through these. Moving on to the next slide. Here is a quick overview of our presentation. We'll begin with Kevin Kelly's insights, then move on to the real world examples by explaining a couple of scenarios and how the technological implementation is working and how they are impacting current societal context and how they impact on individuals and industries. What are the current disruptions and opportunities created by these industries and the technologies used by these these current industries and across the synthesis and broader implications and we will go through all of them one by one and come moving on to the next slide. Exploring Kevin Kelly's insights. Kevin Kelly argues that technology evolves in inevitable directions. The inevitable he explained that we are moving from owning the things to accessing the streaming them and limited to the context of overwhelming abundance and from the human choice to algorithm filtering. For example, like a lot of streaming things are coming out and we are doing a lot of filtering things and based on that people's interest and a lot of on-demand access things are working and instead of flowing all the content based on the people's demand, how the subscription based things are working, how the streaming based business is working. Like this way, a lot of opportunities are coming, and he explained all these topics in a different way. Let's dig into the next slide. These shifts are happening because of because of advances in AI. You see a lot in with the AI trend coming up. A lot of things are happening in the cloud computing and AI disruptions, and a lot of digital platforms are creating a lot of content. Consumers now are expected to instant access of the data and personalization. They want to personalize their content, what they want to see and they want to create their own content and instead of paying for all other content they want the topics they like and like this way the personalization is happening and platforms also looking for that kind of a personalized content to be streamed instead of flowing all the content and seamless experiences like with the internet and high speed internet the streamings are happening very on hand in hand the high speed internet is coming and the streaming is coming so much powerful and this forcing the all industries to rethink about the traditional business models with all these disruptions and internet high speed and the business models are coming up so the businesses has to take more decisions and more models of the business and to get the people onto the business models and get more consumers to improve their business. Moving on to the next slide, I'll explain some other scenarios like scenario one, flowing the music streaming. Flowing is one of the best illustrated music through music streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music replace their CDs and downloads with their subscriptions. There is no download concept nowadays, right? All the people and it captured all the audiences with a high speed internet and with a subscription base. They are streaming the content in a streaming manner. No need to downloads. No wait for long wait for downloads and waiting for the music to be here. This is the description and all the business models are coming with the subscription based. Music is no longer something we want. It's something we access anytime, right? We can access any kind of music at any time, wherever you are, you can access it on hand. So it is a continuous streaming business, and it is disrupting, and more models and more business models are coming up in this area. Moving on to the next slide, the impact on artists and consumers. The For artists and revenue shifted from album sales to the streams and live performances. A lot of live performance are happening, and for consumers, the discovery is effortless. For example, but no, the discovery is effortless but controlled by algorithms, so that influence what we hear and what we and when, right? It is all everything on demand. We have a lot of content on what you want to hear and what it can be on what time. Everything it is on your own decision. So it is an on demand kind of a thing it became, and a lot of content is ready to access, and based on that, some of the premium models, premium music is there. The type of music is priced between the different ranges, so based on the artist and the premium ranges, they moved into different subscription models, and it is a choice based streaming business. Then moving on to the next slide. Scenario two, the screening, entertainment and education. Right? Screening happens when algorithms filters massive amount of content. Netflix and YouTube recommended what we watch, while platforms like Coursera, for example, they were entertainment section. Netflix, YouTube, HBO, and Disney. Lot of streaming channels are there, and where they provide a lot of content, entertainment content, and it's on an on-demand basis. People can search what kind of entertainment they choose, and they can subscribe and they can listen to that. Coming to the education part, we have a lot of platforms like Coursera, edX, and Khan Academy. And these are all educational contents, and the learners for worldwide. They have a lot of customers worldwide, and across the world, based on the people and the educational content people want to, they can register to the courses, and they're adding with the AI and the things. A lot of automated courses are adding to their platforms, and the people are subscribing, and it is adding to them. So that is one of the disruptive technology. The more educational contents and coming to the world nowadays. Then moving on to the next slide. Screening and technology, education and engagement impact. For example, these education and engagement impact. Screening technology expanded across to the education, allowing the students to learn globally. However, it is also reduced face-to-face interaction and requires high self-discipline for learners. So it's a kind of different way of learning. So people have to, instead of direct interaction to the teacher and the thing. So it is a one-sided video recording by the educators who are recording their video, and the kids are going through the videos. It's a kind of little impact, but the the impact is more. Lot of people are going to into those models, and that business is going more disruption in the current world. With this, I'll stop my presentation here, and my colleague Mirza will be continuing here. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Mirza Ayubek. I will continuing with the next part. So let's begin. Accessing cloud and data. The concept of accessing can be clearly observed in cloud computing. Traditionally, businesses purchased expensive servers, software license, and storage system. These resources required significant investment and ongoing maintenance. Today, cloud services providers allow organizations to access computing resources whenever needed. Business can scale their operation up or down depending on the demand, paying only for what they use. Software as a service, often called as SaaS, in another example, instead of purchasing software permanently, users subscribe and access it through the internet. This model reduces cost, increasingly flexibility, and allow companies to adopt new technologies much faster. Access has more important than the ownership. Next, move to the next slide. Disruptions and opportunities. While these technologies trend offer many benefits, they also create disruptions. One major concern is data privacy and security. As more information is stored online, the risk of cyber attacks and data breaches increases. Automation and artificial intelligence may also replace certain jobs, creating uncertainty in some industries. At the same point, these trends create enormous opportunities. Startup can launch business with lower cost because cloud services eliminate the need for expensive infrastructure. Innovation occurs more rapidly because organizations can experiment and scale solutions efficiently. Consumers benefit from greater convenience, accessibility, and personalized experiences. The challenge is ensuring that technological progress remains ethical, secure, and inclusive. Technology, identity, and progress. Technology not only changes industries, it also changes people. Digital platforms influence how individuals present themselves, communicate, and build relationships, like through social media. Today, personal branding is often developed through social media, professionals network, and digital portfolios. Consumers increasingly value experiences, subscriptions, and service rather than physical ownership. Technology has also encouraged a culture of continuous learning. As industries evolve rapidly, individuals must regularly update their skills and knowledge. This ability to adapt has become one of the most valuable qualities in the modern workplace. Kevin Kelly suggests that embracing change is essential for long-term success. Kelvin Kelly Video Reflection. After reviewing Kelvin Kelly's ideas and presentations, one important lesson stands out: the value long-term thinking. Many people focus on only immediate technological changes. Kelly encourages us to further into the future and identity pattern that will continue shaping society. His insight reminds us that technological change is not something we can stop. Instead, we should learn how to adapt and benefit from it. Organizations that recognize these trends early often gain significant competitive advantage. Similarly, individuals who continuously learn and embrace innovation are better prepared for future opportunities and challenges. Let's talk about the synthesis and broad implications. When we combine flowing, screening, and accessing, we see the emergence of connected digital ecosystem. Content flow continuously through the digital networks. Screening technologies help users navigate overwhelming amount of information. Accessing allow people to utilize resources without necessarily owing them. Together, these trends are reshaping business model, education system, entertainment industries, and daily life. However, society must also address important ethical questions related to privacy, fairness, transparency, and digital equality. By understanding these technological forces, we can better prepare for future that is increasingly connected and technological driven. Let's come to the conclusions. To conclude, Calvin Kelly's concepts of flowing, screening, and accessing provide a valuable framework for understanding modern technological change. We explored how these ideas influence music streaming, entertainment, education, cloud computing, and digital identity. We also examined both the opportunities and challenges created of these transformations. As technology continues to evolve, understanding these trends will help individuals, business, and societies make better decisions and remain prepared for the future developments. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We appreciate your attention and would be happy to answer all your questions. Thank you so much. Let's come to the conclusions. To conclude, Calvin Kelly's concepts of flowing, screening, and accessing provide a valuable framework for understanding modern technological change. We explored how these ideas influence music streaming, entertainment, education, cloud computing, and digital identity. We also examined both the opportunities and challenges created of these transformations. As technology continues to evolve, understanding these trends will help individuals, business, and societies make better decisions and remain prepared for the future developments. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We appreciate your attention and would be happy to answer all your questions. Thank you so much.